Michael Klein, Chargé d'Affaires of the U.S. Embassy in Jakarta. The long-awaited month of Ramadan has arrived.
Let us welcome this holy month with gratitude and joy.
May this month bring you peace, joy, and good health.
On behalf of all of us at the U.S. Mission to Indonesia, I want to wish you and your families a happy and healthy Ramadan.
Selamat menunaikan ibadah puasa.
Selamat berpuasa.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. Welcome to At America. We are the U.S. Embassy's American Center. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Genara Jusuf, or you can call me Ara, and I'll be the MC for today. For those of you new here, At America is the U.S. Embassy's American Center, and our mission here is to provide a space for people to learn more about the United States through our programs, events, and also facilities. In honor of the holy month of Ramadan, today we will be discovering a range of flavorful and high-quality halal products from the United States at our special event today, Ramadan Delights with Halal-Certified U.S. imports. Thank you. And yes, today we are already joined by our very brilliant speakers and also moderator that we'll be introducing later on. But before we start, let us hear an opening remarks from the Chargé d'Affaires of the U.S. Embassy Jakarta. Please welcome Michael Klein.
Hello, everybody. Hello to our country reps and our importers and friends and family and colleagues from the embassy. Salamat sore, good afternoon, and Ramadan Kareem. Where's the excitement? Come on. Hey. And I know it probably feels a little bit cruel and unusual to be doing a cooking demonstration late afternoon during a day of fasting. I want to acknowledge that, but I promise you it is going to be worth it because we've got a great program lined up for you today. And also, it's a really special day, and I really want to underscore that. One, the event today is part of our 75th anniversary celebration, 75 years of relations between the United States and Indonesia. And that's a long time. It's 75 years is the diamond anniversary, and that stands for brilliance, it stands for durability. And as they say, diamonds are forever, and that's what this is all about. So that's one thing. And two, it's also all linked into the comprehensive strategic partnership that President Jokowi and President Biden announced in Washington last November. That partnership talks about political issues, it talks about economic issues, it talks about military issues, and it talks about people-to-people issues. And in my opinion, there is nothing so fundamental to people-to-people relationships than food. And I've been in Indonesia now for almost 3 years, and I've had the opportunity and privilege to travel all throughout this beautiful country, and I've really celebrated the diversity that I see here. It feels like every place I visit is completely different from the place I visited before. But one thing that seems to be the same wherever I go in Indonesia is to see that Indonesians love to eat. Yeah? And Americans love to eat also. And so it seems like it doesn't matter whether you're at some little restaurant in eastern Colorado or maybe in a cafe in central Manado, or if you are, I don't know, if you're in New York City in a restaurant there, or perhaps in New Santara, you're going to be seeing people around a table enjoying good food. And it's at that table where that spirit of belonging really takes flight. It's around that table where you build trust and you build relationships that, like diamonds, last forever. So I'm really, really excited about today's program. Excited to kick things off with this demonstration by Chef Vindex, who's going to be showing us how we can use top quality, fresh U.S. ingredients to really make some fantastic, unbelievably delicious food. And we're going to have a special appearance by one of our embassy community members, Bu Hiba, who's going to be teaching us how, or it's a secret recipe, I understand, right? secret recipe for fateh. You're going to see a little bit of that later. So thank you for doing that with us today. Thanks, everybody, for coming. Looking forward to today's program. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Michael Klein, for the very insightful opening remarks. And now, before we move on, I would like to remind everyone to please sit a little bit closer to one another so that we can make room and space for everyone coming into this area. And now, to lead and also navigate our discussion for today, we are already joined by our very lovely moderator. She is a news anchor of See Today. Please welcome Karina Suryanata Miharja.
Well, hello, good afternoon. Selamat sore. Well, we have a very diverse range of ages and people from around Indonesia, men, women. You know, diversity is a big thing in Indonesia. And it's really, really good to be back here in America. And every time I come here, it's always about diversity, whether it's women empowerment, last time was women in sports. And now I'm very happy because it's Ramadan season, that we are going to celebrate by asking a professional chef what his secret recipe is. Because sometimes we need ideas, right, for home. And we also have a special shout out here to students who are with us today. They are studying culinary arts from UNJ. Yes. I'd recognize that logo anywhere because I went to a high school that's related to, affiliated to the university. So from far away, I was like, UNJ. Good. Welcome. So I hope you guys are going to be taking notes, and of course, everyone participating today. It's going to be a special day because while we are ngabuburit, so ngabuburit is the Indonesian term for waiting to break the fast, that 2-hour, 3-hour window of break until breakfast is what we call ngabuburit. So this is a great activity to do at ngabuburit. Everybody's going, yes, yes, yes. So just, I mean, you know, Michael, I just wanted to say one thing. It is perhaps for people outside of Indonesia a little bit uncommon to think that, you know, we're at breaking point, almost at iftar, and we're talking about food. It must be very painful. But to us here Indonesians, the smell of food is always heaven, no matter when and where, right? And especially if a professional chef will be cooking. So that's going to be one of our very first events. So one of the most important things to note today is the partnership, especially in terms of agricultural imports from the US to Indonesia, is something that is very, very special. And it is even more so special to highlight that recently 5 US halal governing bodies or certifying bodies have been certified by the Indonesian government here to send products to Indonesia. Now, how that is happening, which products will be here, and how the process of halal certification is, you know, being done there to the U.S., prepped for the Indonesian import. We're going to talk to the people who are responsible for that, or people behind that, who are here with us today from the United States. So welcome to Indonesia. And before we get anywhere else, I just wanted to say one more thing. During this cooking demo, we're going to talk about some details of a product. Make sure you take notes. Jangan lupa untuk didengar dan disimak baik-baik, because we're going to have a quiz, and America is giving away some special gifts. So make sure you listen in and enjoy, of course, because let's head straight to business, the first business of the day, that is the cooking demonstration. And before we ask Chef Vindex Tankar to come up on stage, we always have to introduce our professional chef, of course. So he is no stranger here in Indonesia. Chef Vindex Tankar has been working as a professional chef for more than 30 years and was appointed as president of Indonesian Association of Culinary Professionals for 3 periods from 2008 to 2014. He graduated from Diploma 3 in Hospitality Management in Jakarta Tourism Academy, and his work experience includes executive chef at 4 Seasons, Shangri-La, the Dharma Wangsa Hotel in Indonesia, and vice president in-flight service at Garuda Indonesia. So there you go, kids. Good place to take notes from the chef. And you're also free to ask questions, of course. And he spent 2 years in Los Angeles working at 4 Seasons, where he was a sous chef. And he has traveled extensively, helping to open restaurants, becoming a judge in the most prestigious events, and providing food consulting services here in Indonesia, Shanghai, Singapore, Davos, and all the way to Vietnam. He holds World Chef Certified Judging Level B for hot cooking competition from World Chefs organizations. And Chef Vindex has a broad culinary expertise. So Indonesian, Thai, Malaysian, Indian, Spanish, Italian, Mediterranean, Mexican, Californian, and other international cuisines. He's regularly invited to present at various campuses and institutions in Indonesia and internationally to promote Indonesian cuisine and culture. So without further ado, this is also important because Chef Vindex is also well known for appearing as a judge on the popular reality TV show MasterChef, Top Chef, and Iron Chef Indonesia. So can we have our celebrity chef up on stage, Chef Vindex?
Hello.
Hi, good
Hi,
afternoon,
good afternoon.
Chef.
How are you?
Wow, I'm really great. How excited are you about cooking demonstrations?
I'm always excited. I think 31 years in the kitchen doesn't make you don't want to be out of the kitchen. You want to be in. So every time you have a chance to cook, and it's always a pleasant time.
Wow. Well, by the way, during this entire cooking demo, you are very open to ask questions ya, Chef ya?
Yes.
Dan bahasa Indonesia pun nggak apa-apa, I can
Oh,
translate.
campur-campur boleh.
Campur-campur
Kayak
boleh ya.
gado-gado.
Nyantai aja kita ya. Dan kalau misalnya mau bertanya, boleh langsung angkat tangannya. Nanti ada teman-teman dari At America yang akan nyamperin teman-teman sekalian. Oke, Chef, what do we have here for ingredients and what will you be cooking for us today?
All right. So, hello everyone. Hope this ngabuburit is not gonna hurt. We always like, it's not a good start, when you're saying, okay, you're gonna be blamed because everyone feels starving and then they want to eat. So, no, we want to make it less painful, and at the end, it's gonna be very, very good because we're gonna have some tasting outside ready for you guys to try. So, today we're gonna cook two items, which is basically one of them using the U.S. Beef. US beef, you're going to use beef shank.
Okay.
So kalau di kita bilang sengkel ya. Ini
Yeah.
one of the famous cut of the beef. Always for braising, for soup, like we use it for rawon. Today we're going to do a malbi. A malbi is basically like semur, but it's from Palembang. And the good thing of US beef, because I think I'm just going to explain while
Yes,
preparing.
please do.
because-
Please do.
So we have some time. And so basically I've been using US product very long time. Of course, since 1989. I don't know
Yes.
who was already born, which one is not, but at that time, chef is not a popular profession to have. No one wants to be in the kitchen. So I got lucky to be in the kitchen. So by that time, actually, we got a lot of exposed with a lot of US products. And this basically is a corn fat. So makannya jagung. Kalau biasanya kita kalau sapi ada yang makan rumput ya, grass fat. Kalau US beef, mostly they eat grain fat. So lemaknya sama ini juga have a good lemak ya. And don't worry about the lemak jahat karena beef has a good fat that actually helps a lot of vitamins, minerals that actually helps the body to make you fit, especially during this Ramadan time.
Yeah.
Right?
Jangan takut sama yang namanya lemak ya,
Yeah.
teman-teman. Jangan takut gendut karena lemak sapi, karena lemak sapi itu ternyata sangat bergizi. It's nutrition dense
It's very
food.
good.
Can you tell us perhaps what is that? There was a label there, the USDA label, right?
USDA is basically a board that actually helps to monitor,
Yeah.
like to make sure that the quality is there. The marbling, they have different marbling. Jadi ada yang dari mulai select to prime. So there's actually a lot of that beef. For the prime cut, normally you use it for like grill item or dry cooking method. And while the other part using for braising and a low cooking method.
Jadi USDA itu US Department of Agriculture ya. Jadi semua barang-barang yang diekspor ke Indonesia atau diimpor kita terima di sini dari US itu melalui sertifikasi dan inspeksi dari the United States Department of Agriculture or USDA. Karena teman-teman akan sering melihat label USDA ya, especially
Yeah.
when it comes to US beef or US meat products and most anything. And I think it's really interesting and makes it very, very happy for me as a person aiming for more as a sustainable life to consume U.S. meats is because did you know that there is a beef sustainability in the U.S.? Karena ternyata produksi beef di US has a relatively low environmental impact. Jadi ternyata kalau di US itu emisi dari beef cattle tuh hanya 2,3%. Jadi itu perbedaan yang sangat tinggi kalau dibandingkan oleh negara-negara lain yang mengekspor beef atau memproduksi beef gitu kan, memproduksi daging sapi seperti Australia, India, Brazil itu 2 sampai 9 kali lebih banyak emisinya daripada beef that was actually produced in the US. So there you go. If you aim for the sustainability goal, don't let anyone tell you to feel guilty about consuming beef from the US because you have to see how much emission is actually contributing from that particular industry, right? It's all about the research.
And also the good thing of this US beef is about halal, right? Because it's halal-certified.
Yes.
And it's aman for us to eat, to consume. He has a lot of proteins, a lot of vitamins that actually can help the body.
Yeah.
So it's actually good. You just have to balance the time. Sometimes you do the grilling, sometimes you do braising, more sauce, less sauce. It's all the combination.
Why do you like cooking with US beef particularly?
US beef because, it's been with the quality, consistency of the quality that been have along the time. Last time, like I said, we've been using since 1989.
Ooh, okay.
With many different challenges last time also because of the distribution and things. But other than that, the quality is there. So a premium steakhouse, usually they have it to be served as one of the, main ingredients or main menus in the restaurant. Yeah.
Okay.
And then when you travel around, also you will be finding so many different things that actually helps to, brings the, the prime, the name of the beef can help the restaurant to actually elevate the restaurant menus and everything. So it's actually it's a good things to have.
Quality over quantity any day. By the way, semua produk-produk yang hari ini berada di bazar di luar ataupun digunakan hari ini adalah produk dari US yang sudah bersertifikasi halal ya. Everything that is presented today, all the US products that are here on this table and outside are already certified halal to be consumed here in Indonesia. So that makes it even better karena ternyata opsinya lumayan banyak ya. Kalau di luar tuh ada keju. Did you know that the US has more than 1,000 variety of cheeses that they import? Like,
yeah,
I know, like 1,000 variety of cheeses. It's like kayak mungkin proses setengah jam lebih lama dikit udah jadi cheese yang berbeda kali ya.
No, the good thing is like because US has so many, like I said, it's a diversity, right?
Yeah.
So US have diversity nationalities in there that live in America. That they create Italian American, French American. And the good thing is it's like in their time, they actually in America it's more they have the local one, the one that actually traditional one.
Yeah.
Also they make something different out of that. So it's a good thing. So the variety is like banyak banget gitu.
Yeah.
I've been tasting it. I think 25 to 50 different types of cheese.
Wow, I'd love to taste cheese.
Okay, now just gonna tell about this Malbi. So. We're using this beef shank because of the quality. They don't need to be cooked too long. Jadi kalau if you're using other local beef, then we need to cook a bit more longer. So this one, less cooking time, but the part that you need to do is actually searing them first. So that's the most important part. Otherwise, they'll be braising it, and then they become too soft. It's become like a porridge.
So heat, medium, high heat.
Yeah, heat medium, high heat, just to seal the parts. And then here we have, so the beef, sometimes, when you cook without searing them, like for example, if it's very tender, then the sauce is not ready, the beef is already soft. So, and then after the end, the sauce is ready, and then the beef is already too soft. You don't want to be having like a too soft beef. It's not a porridge beef soup, but it's actually something that you can chew, but it's tender.
So you have to lock the moisture in
lock
first.
Also the moisture inside.
Yeah.
So you're searing them. We added some heat. So then after that, we're going to have this shallot, garlic, candle nut, and also we're gonna add some. This already have this kelapa parut ya.
Kelapa parut.
Ya.
Kalau bahasa Indonesia apa? Shallot, bawang merah,
bawang putih, kemudian ada kemiri sedikit, and then you add some saur atau kelapa yang disangrai ya.
Kelapa sangrai. Terus itu di food processor, blender berarti?
Ya, di blender.
Oke.
Ini kita agak bikin sudah semi ini sedikit ya, semi jadi karena we don't wanna be cooking too long ya. Dama juga untuk equipment biasanya.
Berapa
Jadi
lama
sini,
kira-kira buat dapat
ini sebenarnya 30-40 menit sebenarnya sudah oke. Tapi karena nanti kita waktunya mungkin nggak sampai 40 menit, mungkin kita udah ada yang sudah ready gitu ya.
Oke. Alright, so you sear it first.
Sear it first, and then you can add all the spices, the bumbu. Ya.
Jadi disangrai dulu supaya nanti di hasil akhirnya berarti dagingnya pas ya, kematangan dan teksturnya, kelembutannya. Oke.
And then we're gonna add also ginger and galangal. Jadi jahe sama laos yang digeprak. Kemudian kita bisa masukkan. Ya. Dan kalau sudah, then after that we're gonna add the bumbu ya. Jadi di sini kita bisa sebenarnya diberikan olive oil ataupun coconut oil, kemudian kita kasih garam sama merica hitam. Jadi agak sedikit beda dengan kalau yang tradisional kita biasanya kalau merica biasanya selalu pasti merica putih. Kalau Indonesia biasanya bilang merica pasti merica putih. Kalau ini ada campuran merica hitamnya gitu. Karena supaya buat lebih more.
What's the difference, Chef?
Lebih more ini aja ya, pungent ya kalau misalnya black pepper itu.
Oke.
And also in Western mereka tidak kenal dengan lada putih gitu ya. Jadi, kecuali buat ikan biasanya mereka pakai.
Oke. Lada
ini
putih.
kita bisa kasih sedikit coconut oil sedikit, kemudian kita taruh ini dia ya, campuran bawang merah, bawang putih, kemiri, dan kita kasih sedikit. Banyaknya kelapa parutnya bisa disesuaikan ya.
Oke.
So it gives some pungent and some nice flavor of the coconut gitu ya. Walaupun tidak menggunakan santan ini kan dia kan. Jadi kayak semur, kalau di Jawa bilangnya semur.
Semur ya?
Iya. Kalau di Palembang dia bilang malbi.
Malbi?
Iya.
Malbi. Oke, malbi berarti semur dari Palembang. So semur is like stew, goulashi texture.
Yes.
Wow,
usually with
the
soy
beef
sauce.
looks very good. Smells good too.
So jadi sebenarnya masakan ya, any food always, and you already have a good quality ingredients, good quality beef, then you need to make sure that you're using the right parts of beef to cook. So if it's like this one is a stew, more longer time, so you can add any parts like they call secondary cut. Jadi kalau prime cut biasanya tuh yang tenderloin, lurus dalam, sirloin, lurus luar, kemudian rib eye, ya di dekat rib ya. Itu 3 yang bisa dibikin steak. Kalau misalnya yang lainnya itu bisa ada bagian-bagian yang memang di dalam kayak ram, ada bagian dalam yang namanya eye of ram. You can use it for steak, mini steak tapi gitu. Tapi tidak bisa standard tenderloin gitu ya. Jadi itu harus ada yang
harus tahu
harus
bagian
tahu
mana aja untuk masakan apa gitu ya intinya ya.
Kayak ini sudah harum. I said again, sorry guys ya.
I'm okay.
I know.
I'm standing very close to the pot.
It's gonna be challenging for you guys, but bear with us.
You know, the most challenging part of fasting and cooking while fasting is not being able to taste.
Tapi katanya banyak pahala gitu kalau misalnya, ya kan ya? Kalau
nahan nafsu ya.
The more you get challenge, the better you are.
Yeah, so, that's right.
Keep strong. Alright. And then setelah ini baru nanti kita siapkan juga di sini ada gula merah dan juga ada asam ya. Gula putih dan garam.
Sugar.
It's a palm sugar actually.
Gula merah tuh sebenarnya palm sugar ya?
It's a palm sugar.
But brown sugar is different.
Yeah, I mean sometimes you see a lot of mixed up on the packaging, right? The brown sugar is actually a palm sugar.
Yeah.
Palm sugar is actually a brown sugar. But brown sugar coming dari cane,
Yeah.
but the palm sugar coming from palm.
Yeah,
From jadi basically beda ininya dan lebih halus biasanya kalau palm. Jadi ini nanti kita pakai. Tambahin lagi ininya.
Kadang-kadang kita suka lost in translation soalnya. So we get lost in translation because brown sugar
in
is not
possession.
palm sugar, but in Indonesian palm sugar is
Very close.
red sugar. So
Okay, so here
so
we go.
yeah.
Here we're gonna do two things in one, because we're gonna have it all coming in the same time. So we're gonna do also the other recipe that we're gonna make is actually Alaska salmon. This is why Alaska, because it's very
High
very
protein.
good. Ini one of the best salmon yang ada. Jadi dia ada 5 macam salmon di Alaska. One of them is sockeye. Sockeye has a very characteristic yang sangat deep red gitu ya. Jadi orange gelap. Kemudian dia ini kenapa dia warnanya merah? Bukan karena coloring, not because of coloring, because they eat the little crabs gitu. Jadi they naturally they have orange the meat. So kalau yang kita lihat bedanya makanya farm and all Alaska is all wild.
Yes.
Itu yang the good parts. Makanya chef biasanya suka karena because of that. Karena kita perlu juga menjaga sustainability. Kemudian di mana laut itu dipelihara dengan baik dan ikan-ikan yang datang pasti hasilnya juga
Wild caught.
bagus gitu ya.
Yes.
Nah, sekarang ini kita akan gunakan
Beda ya warnanya.
Alaska sockeye salmon ini kita akan kombinasi dengan saus Indonesia yaitu coconut chili sauce. Jadi di sini basically kayak seperti apa namanya? Kayak bumbu rujak gitu ya. Mungkin kalau yang tahu. Jadi ini bawang merah, bawang putih, cabai merah, cabai keriting, cabai rawit. And then you have candle nut a little bit, ada galangal, and then ginger.
So this is a whole array of
Then
Indonesian chilies.
you blend and then you paste gitu ya. Make a paste. Boleh diulek, boleh di blender. Kalau mau di blender, I'm talking here because they're the one who ini kalau di sini sudah actually amateur to professional gitu ya. Sudah masak semua di sini. Jadi kalau mau blender, you better actually karena kalau ulek kadang-kadang suka that's the challenge gitu ya. Nah kalau mau blender pastiin you cut first the ingredients, you saute a little bit with oil sampai soft, and then you blend. When you blend it, you can add any water apa segala macam nggak masalah because then the spices still have the oil in them gitu. Kalau ngulek itu sebenarnya you bring out the flavor, all the oil comes out from there gitu loh.
So
Jadi itu yang
So if you blend it without searing it first, you lose a lot of
you
the
lose.
taste.
Makanya kalau orang blender kadang-kadang hilang flavornya karena mereka tambahin air supaya bisa jalan. Jadi sebenarnya harusnya you cook first to bring out the oil and then you make a paste. Then you can add it the water gitu ya.
Kalau enggak ya tradisi aja ya, diulek aja ya.
Yeah, I mean if you do 1 or 2 recipes okay, but you do 50, okay.
True.
There is no machine who actually do pounding yet.
Chef Index secret. Dicatat supaya sambal dan chilinya nggak hilang rasanya dan all the nutrition as well. Not diluted by water. Okay. So salmon.
So salmon, we're gonna add it with coconut chili sauce. Then we're gonna add some potato balado juga untuk kombinasinya, and then a fried cassava gitu. Itu buat kombinasi.
Fried cassava. Singkong
Jadi
goreng.
cassava leaf yang digoreng gitu.
Cassava leaves.
Ya.
Daun singkong ya?
Daun singkong goreng.
Daun singkong goreng. That's very interesting. I mean, the fact that you're using highest quality U.S. products here for Indonesian dishes just proves that it will take the Indonesian dish to the next level ya, Chef ya?
Yeah. Ini actually, you're using good quality ingredients, and then you make, sauce atau ingredients yang memang indigenous to Indonesia. Jadi it's a good combination karena kita ada di Indonesia gitu ya. So we can actually enjoy good quality product with good quality ingredients gitu. Dengan tetap ada rasa Indonesia gitu.
Yang penting rasa
kayaknya nggak bisa jauh
gitu ya.
Gitu.
Oke.
Ya, and then kalau salmon kita just gonna pan fry them, salt, pepper, and olive oil, and that's it.
Because that's like the hero of the dish. It's already good on its own.
Yeah. Now, then we're gonna add some turmeric leaf sama daun jeruk. Ya, ini daun kunyit.
So back to while we wait for chef.
Okay.
Back to the cheese. Tadi kan kita sempat mention ya kalau di US itu mereka mengekspor lebih dari 1,000 jenis keju. And they actually have more than that in the US. So we're really, every day there's like a new type of cheese coming from the United States. And that's true ya, Chef ya?
Yeah.
Karena mereka sangat eksperimental. Nah,
They call it new cheese kind of things gitu. Karena not an old kayak new wine and old wine. And America has that new cheese. So it's like they have different flavor, different ingredients that goes in it. They experiment a lot gitu.
Yeah. From the classical Europeans
from the classical.
to the
And the good thing is like a lot of the American cheese actually wins the cheese competition, the world cheese competition gitu. So they
highest quality of
they
cheese.
get there, you know.
Dan produksi susunya juga sangat banyak ya. So the dairy production, California is actually the largest milk producer and the second largest cheese producer in the US. Dan berapa persen yang akhirnya dibuat keju itu banyak banget karena di sana kayaknya seneng banget makan keju ya. Itu sampai 46%. Jadi 100% dari produksi susu itu semua dijadiin keju. 46%, that's almost half. Like 46% turns into cheese. That's how much Americans love cheese.
Oke, ini kita masukkan santan.
Yes. You love your cheese.
We love our
you got
cheese.
cheese everything. You got the pizza. You get them in the Cheetos.
And besides these two, also we're gonna have to try later on a lot of this like the medjool date.
Yes. I heard somewhere it's the #1 dates in Indonesia right now.
Yeah. All right.
And it is personally, these are also my absolute favorites because you get a lot in just one fruit. It's very filling and very nutritious fruit. So very popular natural delights.
It's a good combination also. I think later you will see that we're doing a lot of different types of dates.
Yeah.
We got stuff with cheese, using cream cheese. I think they're going to combine with some mozzarella. So many different things that are going to be added to the cheese later on. Yeah. So this is
to the dates.
This is some of the recipes. So you're going to add actually so many recipes that actually are already being used with use in the with the local dishes, but using U.S. ingredients.
Yeah.
Like this one also the rice, spice rice.
Spice rice.
Raisins.
Okay.
There's also using California raisins.
Here you go, the spice rice.
Yeah.
Jadi ini nasi. It's got
Kayak kalau di kita mungkin kayak nasi kebuli gitu ya.
Iya, nasi kebuli, nasi
Tapi ini
mandi.
dia sedikit dikombinasi dengan kismis, ada kacang mede, si cilantro, fried onion gitu ya. Jadi buat ininya. Nanti resep I think we can share it at America. I think they have.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's share it.
So we can.
Yeah.
We can.
Tepuk tangannya banyak tuh, Chef.
Supaya nanti untuk bikin kebetannya nggak usah terlalu panjang gitu nanti sini nanti kita share recipe saja gitu.
Okay. Tapi nanti do we get to taste this?
Yeah.
Oh,
You will taste it all. You will gonna taste everything that I have here. Di luar masih ada lagi juga. Jadi
teman-teman memang sudah disediakan ya nanti untuk iftar untuk semua yang ada bersama kami hari ini. And part of the menu is most of the things that we see right here Chef Index is cooking, right, Chef?
Yes.
So it's a special
You're gonna try the
iftar
salmon.
from the U.S. Embassy. Well, thank you, U.S. Embassy.
Bukan satu.
Thank you very much.
Bukan satu ya.
Very
Taruh di sini aja.
generous of you. I mean, look at the beautiful color of the salmon. It's very great. And you know, Sunmade has been around for so long in Indonesia. I think it's one of the the to-go or top-of-mind raisin brand that we find here in Indonesia for cooking or just simply consuming.
Got it. So this is after you put the spice paste, you cook it, you add some turmeric leaf, some lime leaf,
Okay.
then you add some salt, then you add salt and sugar gitu ya.
Salt and sugar. Okay.
Okay.
Wow. Aduh, it smells too nice.
Careful.
I think I'm old and mature enough to say I can get by without having to try it. I mean, the toughest part of a mother's job at home is to cook for the family, right? Cook for the iftar. Terus kita nggak bisa nyoba, we cannot try. So usually, what I do in my home is I would have salt, pepper, and sugar on the table. And I tell my kids and my husband usually like, okay, if it's not sweet enough, you add sugar. If it's not salty enough, you add the salt because I couldn't taste it. So there you go. Help yourself. Wow.
Oke, ini kita akan bikin aja. Jadi nanti kalau salmonnya tinggal kita pan fried
Okay.
sama olive oil, salt, and pepper.
Olive oil,
Jadi
salt, and pepper.
ini sausnya just enhance the beauty and the the quality of that Alaska salmon.
Chef, mau tanya dong, Chef. I
Boleh.
need input. So when you are searing fish, does it have to be high heat or medium heat? Is it very hot or
Has to be hot. Yeah, the pan
Yeah.
has to be hot, but in a medium heat. So you heat it the pan until it's hot,
Yeah.
and then you put medium. Karena jangan terlalu panas juga gitu.
Okay.
Supaya dia nanti searnya bagus gitu.
All right. So to sear evenly, that's what you have to do, ya.
Ya. Oke. Ini setelah sudah 3/4, and then we gonna add some palm sugar.
So palm sugar itu gula merah ya. Gula
Yeah.
merah bukan brown sugar ya.
Oke. And then after that, we sembari ngaduk-ngaduk karena ini dia nggak bisa dikecilin gitu ya.
Kalau ini sausnya asli dari mana? Or is it like just Nusantara?
It's like a gula seperti bumbu rujak ya kalau kita bilang ya.
Oh, kayak
Tapi kalau bumbu rujak ada asamnya, ada
Bumbu rujak
apa namanya
nggak
tamarin. Yang bumbu rujak yang ini, ya apa ayam bakar bumbu rujak,
Oh,
yang bukan
ya,
bumbu
ya,
rujak
ya,
buah.
Ya. Oke.
Ya. Usually it's like the red kind of
Mhm.
kalio kind of look gitu ya.
Kaleo kind of look. Okay.
Then we add some tamarind, kira-kira 2 mata gitu ya.
Okay.
Is the cooking ready?
Oh, by the way, jadi kadang-kadang kita berpikirnya kok di US bisa ada ini ya, bisa ada kurma, ya nggak? So that's what a lot of people ask. So how come there are dates from the US? Because US has every single kind of climate is in the US. They have deserts. Jadi di US itu ada gurun pasir, ada gurun di mana itu that's the Arizona areas, some of the hottest areas in the US, of course. And that's where the fresh medjool dates come from Yuma Valley. Remember that, guys. So there you go. I was told that that there are lots of different brands of dates in the U.S. that come from that specific region. So hopefully we'll see more than just natural delights here in Indonesia. Hopefully soon. Different kinds. Ada yang udah pernah coba medjool dates yang natural delights? Really? Are you serious? You have to try it. It's like ibaratnya kalau kita makan date Arab yang kecil-kecil segini, itu kita perlu 3 atau 4. Yang ini satu, asli satu tuh udah kenyang banget. You have to try it. You really do have to try it. It's fresh and it's fresh in a different way.
Oke, ini sausnya kita cuman bikin sampai dia matang aja. Sorry guys.
Udah mulai ngiler nih.
Salah berada di sini gitu ya.
Kuat kok, kuat.
Kuat.
What do we say? Astagfirullahaladzim gitu ya.
Oke.
Kuat kok, kuat.
Ini kita kasih ketumbar sedikit.
Ketumbar. Cilantro ya?
No, it's ketumbar. Kalau cilantro daunnya.
Oh, coriander, sorry.
Coriander. Yeah.
So what's the difference between coriander and cilantro?
Cilantro is the leaf. Kalau misalnya di call it cilantro, kalau coriander itu biasanya seed atau yang powdernya gitu.
But it's from the same plant.
From the same plant. Yeah.
Okay.
Cuma Indonesia kan biasanya tidak pakai daunnya.
Iya.
Gitu
masa?
Ya, Indonesia tidak pakai daun. Itu biasanya kayak Thai,
Vietnamese,
Vietnam.
ya.
Kalau Indonesia pakai bijinya aja, ketumbar aja.
So we use the coriander.
Use the coriander seed.
That also goes lost in translation, by the way. That's another thing that goes lost in translation. That cilantro is just the leaf and coriander is the seed or the powder, okay?
And then we put the sweet soy sauce. Generously.
You know the sweet soy
Kecap
sauce?
manis ya, Indonesia. This is only in Indonesia, right?
Yeah. The sweet soy sauce dari, kalau nggak salah satu yang di pameran itu juga ada tuh dari Indofood. Itu sebenarnya kacang kedelainya juga import dari US. So we are actually, our partnership goes all the way to US, to soy when it comes to imports from the US. And a lot of things out of soy are made here in Indonesia, so we love our soy. Whoever first brought soy here to Indonesia.
We have tempe, we have ini ya macam-macam. So this one we're gonna just have enough consistency, so you can add some water or stock to have just enough consistency for that. Then we're gonna also already add salt, pepper. We're using black pepper here, and then lime, and then we're gonna pan fry them.
All right.
So this is already done.
So we're gonna let you finish up, Chef.
Okay.
Oh, while we wait for Chef to finish up, there's another thing that's imported from the U.S. that you will see here today. Miss Hiba is going to cook with it today. That is the U.S. chickpeas, kacang Arab. Ooh, every time I think about what what chickpeas are in Indonesian, it's very, very difficult. So it's actually called Arabian nuts, literally translated. Kacang Arab ya, chickpeas.
Kacang Arab.
Iya. Jadi itu juga menjadi salah satu staple food hari ini. Jadi cooking demonya ternyata nggak cuma dari Chef Vindex aja. Nanti ngabuburit setelah talk show, teman-teman jangan pergi dulu karena ada cooking demo satu lagi by Miss Hiba di luar, oke? Wow.
Okay. Ini sekarang kita mau presentasi aja buat. So ini tadi yang saya bilang we fried some cassava leaf gitu ya.
Oh.
Jadi ini singkong aja, di daun singkong digoreng dengan minyak panas sedang, jadi kayak blanch in oil gitu ya. Terus kemudian kita bisa tinggal taruh, bisa kombinasi sama macam-macam.
Teman-teman ada pertanyaan mungkin? Ada yang mau bertanya sama Chef Index? Boleh langsung angkat tangan loh.
Boleh kalau mau tanya.
Oh, ada satu teman kita di atas. Boleh berdiri? Ya. Microphone? Yes.
Siapa ya?
Oke.
Boleh keras, boleh.
Kita mau pakai bahasa Indonesia ya?
Boleh dong.
Untuk
Perkenalkan diri dulu ya.
Oke, saya Rafli Abiu dari Universitas Negeri Jakarta. Izin bertanya untuk Chef.
Boleh.
Kenapa tadi saya lihat Chef menggunakan santan instan ya?
Ya.
Itu pengaruh nggak untuk penggunaan santan instan dengan santan yang fresh gitu, Chef?
Pengaruhnya sebenarnya ada di rasa ya. Tapi kalau misalnya kita bilang enak mana, mungkin lebih enak yang fresh gitu. Tapi kalau dilihat tahan mana, tahan yang fresh itu very fragile gitu. Jadi kalau kita mau masak, misalnya masak di rumah, you can use santan fresh. Pemakaiannya juga very specific gitu. Karena kalau kita nggak ngaduk terlalu di awal, nanti dia pecah gitu ya. Terus kalau kita beli benar-benar kita beli di pasar, parut, datang, kita bisa pakai langsung. Tapi when you in the restaurant, who knows when they grate the coconut, when they make the coconut, until they arrive in your restaurant gitu. Pasti challenging, gampang basi lah, inilah. Even bikin urap aja, serundeng aja susah minta ampun kita kadang-kadang ya gitu ya. So this is a solution to kind of balancing up. So tapi kita mesti tahu bagaimana kita membalancing coconut dan airnya, karena dia harus dikombinasi dengan air, tidak bisa langsung plok santan kental aja gitu. Ya jadi you have use your common sense, sama lihat juga bagaimana ini untuk apa. Kalau buat makan sendiri, you can use the fresh one. So ini bisa diganti dengan tadi saus ini dengan santan fresh. Pakai santan yang kental dan campur dengan yang santan sedang. Oke?
Okay.
Terima kasih Chef ya.
You're welcome.
Ada lagi yang mau bertanya? Oke. Wow, tiba-tiba banyak yang mau nanya nih. Hihihi. Silakan. Mbaknya dulu yang pakai hijab hitam. Boleh berdiri? Yang paling pertama. Nah itu, dari belakang mikrofonnya, hati-hati.
Hello everyone, my name is Shiva. I'm from University State of Jakarta.
Yes, Shiva.
Aku mau nanya Chef, kalau misalnya untuk masak salmon itu kan tricky ya. Terus ada tips and trick gak sih biar salmonnya itu nggak rusak pas dimasaknya gitu. Terima kasih.
Yo, that's a good question. Ini sedang lagi bikin ya, jadi you need to be careful memang masak salmon, ikan terutama juga, is very fragile gitu ya. Jadi pastikan bahwa dia panas. Kalau if you don't use a non-stick pan, you have to have the pan very hot gitu, panas banget supaya dia akan berlaku sebagai supaya tidak lengket gitu ya. Jadi terus when it's already ini biarin dulu satu tempat sebelum dibalik gitu ya. Jadi dan ini karena dia udah cepat gitu ya, matangnya cepat, so it's better to cook. Salmon biasanya very fast, 4-5 menit sudah cukup gitu. Kalau ikan-ikan lain, nah kalau file beda tanganannya, kalau misalnya whole juga beda lagi gitu. Jadi kalau mau grill pun sama, harus panas. Jadi kalau panas dia kita naruh, waktunya biasanya kalau kita ini waktunya lebih cepat daripada kita masak ayam ataupun masak beef gitu. Jadi atau steak gitu ya. Jadi itu yang perlu diperhatikan gitu. Jadi ini salmon kita tahu bahwa ini cepat. Jadi ini udah yang terakhir, semua udah siap, saus sudah ready, then you can have your salmon cook perfect. Ada yang seneng nggak terlalu mateng karena salmon bisa dimakan mentah ya gitu ya. Jadi tapi medium is a good way of serving salmon gitu.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Chef.
Thank you. So our time is very limited, Chef.
Yes.
Kira-kira kita bisa plating sama satu salmon aja kali ya.
Ya.
Semurnya gimana kabarnya, Malbinya?
Nanti kita tukar yang yang udah matang.
Oke.
Ya.
Kita tungguin salmonnya lah ya. Karena this is like, Chef, do you find it very difficult to find Alaska sockeye salmon here in Indonesia?
No, actually this time now they are available very easily gitu. Karena sekarang udah zamannya bisa order lewat social media gitu.
Yeah,
Jadi
that's so
you can order through dia punya online shop.
There you go. Beautiful. Oh, that looks so yummy. I love salmon.
Ya. Oke, ini kita taruh ini balado sedikit aja. Ini buat just to give a nice hint to the
Alright.
Oke, and then kita pakai di sini, ini boleh di-pack. Nah, ini kentangnya sudah kita goreng juga. Ini bisa dicampur di sini atau kita taruh ya. Ini bisa dicampur sedikit aja.
Oh, chips balado ya.
Ya.
So, this is one of the best way to eat chips and potatoes is with Indonesian chili sauce. I know that in America, you guys have a lot of varieties of chips flavors.
Yeah.
But you have yet to try this one.
Balado is the best.
Yes. You have yet to try this one. Must.
Oke, ini sudah. Oke.
Wow.
Nah, kita tinggal siram sausnya aja.
Oh, by the way, untuk medjool dates dan kacang Arab yang tadi kita bahas itu sudah available di seluruh Indonesia ya. Jadi most of the products here is already available throughout all supermarkets di kota besar udah pastinya ya. Most of the big cities in Indonesia. But as Chef has mentioned, everything is available online these days, so everyone has access.
Oke, so ini untuk yang pertama. Jadi dia pakai sauce.
Ooh, that looks amazing.
Okay.
It takes a lot for me not to come too close to the chips.
I will come to you.
It's right in front of me now.
I will come closer to you. Okay, so that's the sauce.
Wow, tepuk tangan dulu dong untuk Chef Index. Luar biasa sekali, Chef. My goodness. That smells good. It looks good. It just so proves that highest quality of ingredient makes the best quality of food. So.
Oke, ini sekarang saya mau plating buat beefnya ya.
Oh, itu yang udah jadi ya?
Iya.
Oh, ini udah
jadi
jadi.
Dia kalau jadi
diangetin.
akan seperti semur gini, dia agak kental gitu ya.
Berapa lama biasanya sampai jadi seperti ini? 40 menit?
40 sampai 1 hour maximum gitu ya. Kalau using other dia bisanya lebih lama, bisa 2 sampai 3 jam.
Oh, Kalau pakai USD,
Kalau pakai US,
beef.
US is faster gitu.
Oh, kalau pakai
save your
local, kalau pakai local bisa berjam-jam.
Yeah.
And this only 40 minutes?
Yeah.
Wow.
40 to 1 hour max.
Karena
makanya
tekstur dagingnya kah atau?
Karena makanannya ya.
Oh, makanan sapinya.
Makanan sapinya gitu ya. Jadi
Sehingga membuat teksturnya itu memang lebih mudah untuk dimasak gitu ya?
Iya.
Oh.
Lebih lembut gitu ya. Jadi dia memang that's the karakteristiknya gitu. Memang lebih bagus gitu.
You're making me wanna go fancy on my Idul Fitri rendang this year. Will I be spending that much money on US beef for my rendang? If it means that I don't have to cook it for 6 hours.
Something could be sacrificed untuk supaya bisa dapat yang.
That's true. Anything for the family.
Oke, jadi ini dia akan seperti gini gitu ya. Jadi
semurnya jadinya seperti. So this is the finished product of the stew.
Gitu ya.
This is the finished product
Jadi
of the
memang
stew.
harus nanti diturunkan lebih lama lah ya, dikit gitu ya. Jadi.
So usually it would take the stew around 40 to 50 minutes to cook with US beef, but with local beef it would take 2 to 3 hours. So to get the perfect consistency. So there you go. It saves a lot of time because with the with high quality ingredients, you actually also get to save time. Huh?
Yeah.
That's also crucial.
Oke. So ini untuk the US beef. US beef
The beef shank.
with Malbi.
Wow, that looks
So
amazing.
hopefully you can also try later on in your box. There will be a box also having these 2 dishes plus the kurma that being stuffed with cheese, with so many of the good stuff, right?
So, in case you have never tried the medjool dates before, nanti akan ada di kotaknya ya yang dikasihkan sama chef. Tadi chef udah bilang di dalam kotaknya akan ada semurnya, akan ada salmonnya
Ada
juga.
macam-macam.
And for dessert you got the dates. Untuk tajilnya juga ada datesnya yang udah dimasak dengan berbagai macam variasi. Wow.
Alright. So,
wow.
There you go. So,
Chef harus foto dong chef sama hasil.
Yes.
Sama hasil masaknya. And we will also get the rice, right?
Yeah, you are also gonna have the rice. Don't worry. You get everything.
Yummy.
Rice plus. There's also I saw in there's the famous the milk bun from Thailand also is there. So
milk bun.
You guys gonna be all over the place, right? Okay.
Okay.
So there you go.
Chef harus, these are the final products. Tepuk tangan dulu dong untuk Chef Index. Ini ada beef shank stew, semur ya Malbi ya. Dan, what is that? Alaskan salmon. With, ini rujak, apa?
Ini salmon, Alaskan salmon, sockeye salmon.
Yeah,
with the spice rice, coconut chili sauce.
Yeah, coconut chili sauce, that's right.
And balado potato.
Chef, foto dulu, Chef.
Yes.
Di depan makanannya dong. That looks amazing. So we can't all wait to try it. We've got let me look at the time. We've got less than an hour.
All
Good. Right. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Tepuk tangan dulu untuk Chef Index.
Enjoy it.
Chef Index, thank you everyone. I hope you all took notes.
Selamat makan.
Terima kasih, Chef.
Later, not now. Okay, thank you very much. Hope to see you guys later on. We'll discuss that. If there is any questions, we can discuss.
Yes.
Yes, thank
Nanti
you.
insya Allah akan ada waktu teman-teman bisa langsung ngobrol dan bertanya sama chef karena booth-booth di depan tentunya akan buka sampai lewat dari buka puasa. Diharapkan teman-teman akan berbuka puasa di sini tentunya. Makanya activitiesnya juga kita padetin sore hari ini. So once again, please give a round of applause for Chef Index and his beautiful food that we so cannot wait to try in less than an hour.
Plastik ya.
Setelah ini kita sebelum kita quiz, karena mereka mau bagi-bagi hadiah untuk pemenang dari Kahoot quiz. So get your phones ready because we're gonna use Kahoot and get your phones ready for the barcode, okay? Karena kan kalau kita Kahoot kita harus scan barcode-nya untuk bisa join nanti ya. Tapi sebelumnya kita mau mengundang ada tamu spesial juga, Bapak Kafi Kurnia, Managing Director of PK Consultant, who is a representative of US Agricultural Products untuk bercerita tentang produk-produk halal yang ada di luar hari ini dipresentasikan apa aja. Oke, Pak Kafi, halo.
Halo.
Pak Kafi, the stage is yours. Silahkan.
Selamat sore Ibu dan Bapak sekalian.
Ambil.
Apa kabar semuanya?
Nah, mau ambil
Pak,
sekalian Pak ini. Oke, boleh.
Dalam bahasa Indonesia kita bilang kalau kagak ada bukti omdo. Betul gak? Ya. Jadi Bapak bisa lihat produk-produk di sini sudah bertahun-tahun menjadi market leader di Indonesia. Nah, buktinya adalah jangan lupa sebelum nanti Anda bubar, Anda harus mendapatkan buka puasa box. Dan di buka puasa box itu ada makanan yang sudah diciptakan oleh chef-chef kami dan disitulah buktinya. Dan bisa Anda nikmati bahwa omongan kita itu apakah omdo, apakah terbukti. Nah, ini penting sekali ya. Jadi saya mengucapkan kepada Anda terima kasih atas kehadiran dan partisipasi Anda sekalian. Dan jangan lupa nanti buka puasa boxnya untuk Anda cicipi apakah kita omdo atau terbukti bahwa kualitas produk Amerika itu benar-benar Yahud. Oke? Ya, terima kasih.
Thank you Pak Kurnia, Pak Kafi. Dari Yahud kita ke Kahoot ya. Udah siap buat ujiannya teman-teman? Oh, kalau student nih biasanya nih kalau anak UNJ gaspol, lari-lari tiap pagi, ya enggak? Anyway, this is the barcode and this is the game pin. We're gonna test you if you got the information what we were trying to share with you today melalui Chef Index juga. Dan ini juga sedikit tentang barang-barang atau produk-produk yang bisa teman-teman temukan di luar. Jadi kan variety-nya banyak banget dari keju, daging, ikan salmon, Alaskan salmon, terus ada dates, kurma, terus ada kacang Arab juga, chickpeas ya. Dan I saw some snacks and was that Dr. Pepper that I saw? Wow, amazing. I love Dr. Pepper. Cherries, always good. Banyak sekali dan tentunya ada California raisins, from the Raisin Administrative Committee. Ada American soy-based product juga dari Indofood Sukses Makmur, FKS Multiagro for... Yes? Iya. Oh, wow. Sudah banyak yang masuk ya? Sudah dong. Kita mulai aja langsung kalau gitu, udah siap? Oke. Itu gue tadi baru ngebantuin mereka tahu Mas Lexi. Mereka kan harus diingetin lagi produk-produk ada apa aja, nanti nggak bisa jawab pertanyaannya. Oke, pertanyaan pertama. Question number 1. The USDA inspects all US beef before importing the products to ensure their safety, quality, and wholesomeness. What is the question? What does USDA stand for? Ayo, tadi udah diulang-ulang. Is it A, United States Department of Agriculture, B, United States Department of Arts, United States Department of Accommodation, or United States Department of Anthropology? That sounds like a university faculty. Gampang ya? Nah, siapa cepat dia dapat karena ini Kahoot. 88 orang loh bisa dapat, luar biasa. And can we find out who the fastest one is? Lele. Siapa Lele? Nanti aja ya. Reveal yourself later, Lele. Apakah Lele akan bertahan? Number 2. The US is the largest importer of cheese in the world. How many varieties of cheese does the US import? Are you ready? More than 100, more than 500, more than 1,000, more than 10,000. Which one is it? You have 11 tenths, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Answers! 65 got it right. Wah, banyak yang menyimak ya tadi pembicaraannya, keren. Wah, Lele, bye-bye Lele, food lover langsung naik. The key to Kahoot is you gotta be fast and you gotta be right, okay? You gotta be fast and you gotta be right. Right, next question, number 3. Natural Delights Medjool Dates is the leading medjool date brand in the US and in Indonesia. Where are the fresh dates grown? Dari mana asalnya? A. Yuma Valley, Arizona. B. Boulder, Colorado. C. Concord, California. D. San Antonio, Texas. Ooh, there's a lot of snow in Colorado. Can they grow dates? And the answer is Yuma Valley, Arizona. 78 people got it correct. Tepuk tangan dulu dong kalau teman-teman jawabannya benar. Wow, I see quite a lot here. Nice. Food lover. Well done. Food lover. Okay. California is the first largest milk producer and the second largest cheese producer in the US. The question is, how much of all California's milk goes to make California cheese? Okay, I explicitly explained this to you guys. 58%, 70%, 34%, or 46%. Masih ingat nggak ya? Tick-tock, tick-tock. Right, I'm gonna do 5 countdown. 5, 3, loh, 4-nya ke-skip. 1, and the answer is 46%. Tepuk tangan yang benar. And who got it? Oh, we're moving somewhere here. Deg-degan juga ya. Combo breaker. 22 players just dropped their answers in a streak of 3. Amazing participation. Next question. U.S. chickpeas are available in supermarkets across Indonesia. Where can you find U.S. chickpeas? Di mana teman-teman bisa menemukan U.S. chickpeas? Bali, Jogja, Makassar, Jakarta, Bandung? I hope you got it right. It's all of the above! 94 people! Give a round of applause for you all because that was the last question. We're going to see who's going to be the winner. The winner is... Number 3 is Fast. Number 2 is Food Lover. Number 1, baru nih. Number 1 baru nih. Jose! Okay. Woo! Pemenangnya untuk top 3 ya Mas Lexi ya? Ya. Okay. Food Lover, Fast dulu. Can we have Fast coming out? Oh ya, tepuk tangan untuk Fast, juara 3 di Kahoot hari ini. And do we have Food Lover? Food Lover? Hai, boleh langsung maju? Ayo maju. Oh nggak usah maju, langsung dikasih. Hosea, angkat tangannya. Yeah. Student representation, I love that. Aduh, ini turban kenapa ya? It all slips. You know, I'm trying, it's Ramadan, but it's not always easy. So, okay, selamat buat pemenangnya ya. Hosea, selamat. Fast isn't always correct. And of course, we have Food Lover and Fast juga. That was very much fun. Now we come to one of the last, to the last agenda on stage. Kita kedatangan tamu yang sangat spesial hari ini. We're going to have a little bit of a talk show, and we're straight away just going to call the speakers to stage to join me on stage. So the first one, we have Mr. Ali Ghanim. So Mr. Ali Ghanim is the quality manager along with being a senior technical auditor for the USA Halal Chamber of Commerce, Inc., ISWA Halal Certification Department as well. Well, thank you. Please have a seat. You can choose wherever there is a mic. You may sit there. Yes. And we also have Mr. James Chambers, who is the Chief Operating Officer for the American Halal Foundation, AHF. He was the Executive Director of the Halal Food Standards Alliance of America for 7 years, and James has been involved in the halal industry for 19 years. And I heard you're not a first-timer here in Jakarta.
been here. This is my 25th visit to
Wow. First Ramadan though?
First Ramadan.
Ah, that's special. And for you, Ali, is it your first time?
It's not my. I haven't been here 25 times. It's my 5th time, so I'm a little behind, but also first Ramadan.
First Ramadan. So there, at least there's a first for you both, right?
Absolutely.
And of course, last but not least, we have Miss Hiba Batur here with us. So Miss Hiba is going to have another cooking demonstration outside after this discussion. Make sure you don't miss it, because she's going to be sharing one of her secret recipes with chickpeas, kacang Arab. All right, so I'm going to take a seat here, lady, gentlemen. So it's finally good to be seated.
That's good.
It was quite daunting having to face food, you know, in the last minutes. No, we have, thank you for coming and welcome to Indonesia for the two of you gentlemen. When did you arrive in Indonesia?
I arrived yesterday afternoon, so I'm hungry and jet lagged.
Ali?
I've been here a little bit longer. I arrived on Sunday. So, yeah.
But you have been here.
I live here.
Yeah, so for how long? When did you arrive first in Jakarta?
I've been here for almost 3 years now. So I'm pretty familiar with Indonesia.
Shall we test her how familiar she is?
Sedikit.
No, but you know, Ramadan is a special moment here in Indonesia, right?
Yes.
And this is not your first, obviously.
It is not. It's my 3rd Ramadan in Jakarta, actually.
Now, before we get to you, because I know if we asked you first, you're going to reveal too much. Because we want to know the gentlemen's, you know, Ali and James, your impression of coming to Indonesia during Ramadan. How does it generally feel for you? Because this is different, right, than the U.S. Who wants to go first?
It is different. It is different, but in a very good way. One thing that I've noticed is that you see signs everywhere. You feel very, very welcome. Ramadan feels like a celebration here. That's not something you get at home. You know, we were talking earlier, and we are saying that, you know, at home it's very you'll have a sort of celebration within your own community maybe, and then for Eid, you know, but it's not like this. It's overwhelming, but very much in a good way. So I've enjoyed it.
Wow, that's great. James, what about you?
Yeah, so this is my 20th Ramadan. So I actually took my Shahada on the last day of Ramadan. So I was smart and skipped all the fasting. I didn't know I was being smart, but it worked out that way. And I'm so happy to be here during Ramadan, because you guys just got to take it for granted that there's a masjid that is calling the adhan, that there is everyone around you, or almost everyone around you, is fasting. Whereas in America, I might be the only person that's in a building that's fasting. So it's great to be here.
And Miss Hiba, you've been here for 3 Ramadans, right? So
Yes.
Have you taken custom to what are your favorite Ramadan delights or customs here in Indonesia that you like?
So I'm a big fan of pandan. So anything pandan is my favorite. But I have to say my favorite dessert here during Ramadan, I don't know exactly the name for it, but it's like stuffed rice bowls with coconut inside, and it has like a pandan flavor.
Klepon.
The culinary students from
Klepon.
Yeah, that one.
The ball.
Yeah.
The
And they
round.
come in like a sugary syrup.
Yeah. Klepon.
Extra sugar, gula merah, as you were saying.
Gula merah.
Yes.
That's palm sugar,
Yes.
not brown sugar.
Yeah,
We
not
always
brown
get
sugar.
it wrong, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's great. Have you tried any Indonesian delights, gentlemen, during iftar here in Indonesia?
Not yet. But today I will.
Yes, you better.
You should try es buah.
Es buah.
Yeah. Es buah is
buah,
really
yes.
good.
Es buah. So es buah is basically a cut fruit.
I will make sure that I try as many as possible.
Most diplomatic answer. But one thing Indonesia and the U.S. have in common is diversity of its people, and we're about to delve deeper into what being Muslim means or is like in the U.S. But before that, James, I heard you have something for us.
Yes. So I'm going to change the pace for just a moment. The one thing that I love so much about Indonesia is how music is such a critical part and how it kind of brings the whole culture together. My question is, how many folks here like rap?
Rap?
Rap music.
Rap, hip-hop, rap?
Hip-hop.
Rap?
Jazz. Rock and roll. I know lots of domestic bands that are very popular and were popular in the 70s, 80s from my older crowd here. Because I'm part of the older crowd. What a lot of folks don't know, though, is the connection of Islam to the first jazz and first blues music that was ever brought in. So what I'm going to play for you it's actually a YouTube video, but it's a comparison of the Adhan in Medina as well as what's called a Negro work song. It was basically a song that the slaves would sing so that they could get through a tough and difficult day. And what a lot of people don't know is that about 20% of the slaves that were brought from Africa to America were Muslims. So wherever you can play that video, just take a listen. I think you'll see a similarity very soon.
Belum ya, belum buka puasa ya. It's not iftar yet, okay? Not iftar yet.
Yeah, that's right.
Iftar is in half an hour, okay?
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة Oh, Lord, I woke up this morning, man, I was feeling bad. Whoa, babe, I was feeling bad. Well, I was thinking about the good time, Lord, I once have had. Well, Lord, oh, boy, she brought my breakfast this morning, and she didn't know my name. She didn't know my name. She said, give it to the long line skinner with the breast knob hang. She said, give it to the long line skinner with the brass knob hang. Oh, well, oh. Boy, boys, if you want to go down to Mr. Charlie and don't get hurt, go down Monday morning when the boys at work, you'll be all right.
So Levy Camp Holler has been sung for about 175 years. And obviously you can hear that it originated from the Adhan. But the bigger tie is that if you didn't have the influence of Islam from the slaves that were there, you would never have seen the blues, jazz, rock and roll, rap, hip hop, all the music that we commonly know today actually has, in the weirdest way, the thinnest of threads back to Islam. So I just wanted to share that with everyone.
That just proves how interconnected we all are, right? So
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for that amazing fact. And yeah, let's why not clap our hands for that. But here's something we Indonesians would really, really love to know. What is it like being Muslim in the United States? Because I understand that you mentioned that we take a lot of things here for granted because there are a lot of things that, you know, we have here, we're surrounded by that the Muslim community not generally have in the U.S. And and to all three of you, how easy is it to find halal products in the U.S.? Perhaps some tips for us who are going to the U.S. You could also insert that in your answer. Maybe we'll start with Ms. Hiba.
Okay.
Because
it
you
depends.
are from outside coming into the U.S. as well,
Yes.
right? So what was it like for you to arrive?
Well, for me, I really had a very pleasant experience. I happened to be in a state where there was a large Muslim community. So I've experienced Ramadan in the U.S. And it was a very easy experience for me because I was able to go to halal grocery stores that were widely available, halal meat produce, as you mentioned. I feel like now there's more halal meat in the U.S. available. I don't know about in the past. Maybe you guys know better than me. But now it's a little easier to find halal meat, halal, and also I have to say that the alternative is also vegetarian because vegetarian is very common in the U.S. and you can find it if you're somewhere where halal is not available. But I have to say it's quite available in states that have larger Muslim communities. So, yeah.
All right. So, gentlemen, why not you, Ali? How would you like to answer that one? Because I heard you mention something about you having to tell your kids like to be really careful what to get in the cafeteria.
Yeah, I think it has definitely grown over the years. And it does depend very much on where you are in the country. I think in the coastal parts of the country, the East Coast or the West Coast, you'll probably have a little bit of an easier time. And then there's pockets such as, where there's a high Muslim population in Minnesota, Michigan, and some different places. So it does depend on where you live. But one thing that we have done is that it's grown. If you go to large cities such as where I'm from, Washington, D.C., you go and you walk through the streets and you see food trucks, and now almost all of them have halal stickers on them. In New York also, you'll see a lot of these food trucks or stands, they have halal products. And one of the things that is, we're trying to change, but is that some of the products in the U.S. may be halal, but they're not always labeled as halal, which is an issue.
Okay.
So we're trying to build consumer confidence because we want, halal is not only for Muslims, as we all know. Anyone can consume halal. So we want all consumers to be able to have options to eat wherever they go. And you do have to search a little bit and do a little bit of research. but it's widely enough available that you can get halal products for the most part in wherever you go in the country.
Okay. James, what do you?
Well, if I was going to offer some tips for people who are planning on traveling to America, there's no U.S. government programs that are out there that will tell you what's halal or what's not halal. However, there are websites that are Muslim-ran, Muslim-owned, and all they do is point out certified restaurants or grocery stores where you can walk in and whatever you see, you can eat and you don't have to think. Because in America, as a Muslim, if I'm not cooking at home, I'm usually doing a lot of thinking. Do I have to worry about cross-contamination? You know, maybe this fish is okay, but they were cooking pork on it just a few minutes ago. So there's lots of considerations that we have that, again, you guys just don't really think about. And now that the BPJPH is doing their new initiatives to really spread halal across Indonesia, you just have more assurance that you can go and eat whatever you want and not be worried about it.
Certainly, it's very interesting. But because, Ali, you are a representative of the Halal Chamber of Commerce. So are there actually companies producing locally halal products in the U.S., or are halal products actually imported into the U.S.? Because you mentioned it is difficult to find, but you have Muslim-run businesses as well. And how big is the halal industry?
So it's actually interesting that most of the halal, to answer your question directly, yes, there are a lot of companies that produce halal within the U.S. And we provide, along with James and some other companies, provide certification for those companies. As it turns out, a lot of companies initially started producing halal products for export that were going outside of the country to the Muslim world, to the Middle East, to Malaysia, Indonesia, places like that. But the domestic halal market has grown tremendously, specifically within the last 15 years. So there are a lot of companies that actually produce halal for consumption within the U.S. And a lot of them actually never send products, never export or send products outside the U.S. at all. We have companies that we work with that do 100% of their production is halal, and it's consumed 100% within the U.S. So they're definitely there, and they are growing. And one thing is that, getting accreditation from places such as the BPJPH in Indonesia, it builds confidence so that people can consume products within the domestic market, but also they can be sent outside of the country and be consumed by Muslims around the world.
So the halal certification from Indonesia is also for consumer confidence in the U.S.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes.
I think that one thing that a lot of people, not in Indonesia obviously, but a lot of people don't know is that Indonesia is the largest Muslim country in the world. And a lot of people look to guidance from Indonesia. So when American Muslims see this product has the endorsement of the Indonesian, we are, as a certification body, we're endorsed by the Indonesian government. We're holding up to their standards. It does give them confidence that this product is something that they can have, that they can trust, they can eat.
And I specifically will go out of the way to purchase, I'm not pandering to people, but I will specifically go out of the way to purchase Indonesian certified halal products. So, in my home, I have Indomie noodles, which I'm sure nobody has ever heard of before in this room. I also keep ABC brand sweet ketchup. Not soy sauce, it's ketchup. And I keep that in my home to do my cooking with. So but I buy it because I know that my soy sauce isn't going to have alcohol in it. I buy it because I know that my noodles are not going to have animal ingredients that are not halal in it, and I have to be worried about it. So yeah, it's there. Indonesia does make halal trustworthy.
So it's great to see that you both are actually 2 of the 5 recently certified U.S. halal bodies, right? Can you explain to us what that means? This is going to be one of the last questions before I go for a closing question to all of you. Can you explain what that means for products in the U.S. coming to Indonesia, and also for what it means for Indonesian products coming to U.S.?
So when we go through our certification process, and I don't want to, just for time and everything, what we basically do is we make sure that it is a trustworthy product. It's something that I will personally stand behind, I will eat. Everyone that works at AHF will go and eat or consume or promote, because we have to answer to Allah, ultimately. If I go and say, oh, don't worry, it's a little bit of pork, it's okay, nobody will notice. All right? You know what? I'll tell you, you probably wouldn't notice. But I know who will notice, and that's Allah. And I have to stand before Him for anything that I certify or that our organization certifies. So we do halal as trust, as a statement within our organization all the time, and halal is truth. It's speaking the truth, it is practicing that truth.
Oh, thank you, James.
And I'll just add that what it means is that, like as James has said, halal is about trust. But one thing about the certification industry, the accreditation industry, is that there's a saying, trust but verify. And what it means is that we have been vetted, we have been verified by the Indonesian government, and that means that they have trust in us, and therefore consumers can have trust in us, because we know that we've been through a process, we've been vetted. People can trust that we are doing what we say we're doing, because we're not just saying it. We have people backing us, people that have seen our process, people that have seen our auditors, people that have seen, how we verify documentation, people that have seen us go from beginning to end through the certification process, and they can say, yes, this is a product that we can trust.
So one little follow-up question, because I'm just curious. How many U.S. companies are interested now that these certifications are important because there's a new standard, right, that has been that's been set by the Indonesian government. How many? What does the interest and the response look like from the U.S. side in terms of getting this certification so they can export to Indonesia? Is there a lot of excitement? Are you working on processing that?
Yes, there's definitely a lot of interest and a lot of excitement. As you said, as I said earlier, Indonesia is the largest Muslim country in the world, and the market here has tremendous potential. And American companies, whether they care about halal or not, they care about money.
They care about the big market.
Exactly. So they care about the market. And they know that in order to cater to different markets, there are different processes to go through for that. And one of those processes is halal certification. So there's absolutely an interest, and there's absolutely space for it. And it's just a matter of time before it explodes.
Wow. So to all three of you, I'm sorry, but we're really running out of time. I wish we had more time to talk to them, but we will have more opportunity to talk to all of our speakers outside. My final question, while we, of course, get ready for Ms. Hiba's cooking demonstration, let's start with you. So in terms that you've been here during Ramadan in Indonesia, and you've felt the Indonesian vibe, and you especially for a couple of years now. Is there something from Indonesia, any customs or favorite things that you've experienced here in terms of being a Muslim that you would love to take back to the U.S. to share with your community there? So let's start with Ms. Hiba.
About Indonesia, I would say patience. Yes, I would say patience, because this is a very important thing, and like Indonesian people they have a lot to teach us about patience. They are very patient people, very calm, and very great believers as well. And that's not easy. Like that's a quality that not everyone has, and I think that's something I've learned from them.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah.
And a gentleman who wants to go for? Oh, thanks. Go, James. Oh, James is still thinking, 25 times to Indonesia? I got so much options. Which one should I talk about? Okay, I'll leave you first.
I would say I've only been here for a couple of days during Ramadan, but what I've seen is that it's just, you just see Ramadan everywhere. And it's you see it, you feel it, and it's just something that you can't really match it unless you're in the environment. So it's, again, like I said, I've really enjoyed it. It's definitely a new experience for me, and it's one that I will definitely try to take home and hold on to as long as I can.
Thank you. Well, hopefully it will be great, even greater in the U.S. So, James, what have you finally picked something?
So the kindness and joy that I see universally, whether I'm in Aceh or Tuban or Surabaya or Lampung, wherever I go, the folks are so kind. And it's not just the folks that are, super wealthy or well educated. Even folks that can barely speak hello or hi to me are still trying their best without frustration, without harshness. And I wish we could bring that back to America, so much so.
Well, can we have a round of applause for our speakers? The gentleman had a very busy couple of days here in Jakarta. I hope how long will you guys be staying in Jakarta?
I leave the 5th.
Oh, the 5th.
Unfortunately, I'll be leaving tomorrow, but I hope to be back again soon.
Oh, well, that's one sahur left for you here in Jakarta, and hopefully you'll be given sweet treats. So, ladies and gentlemen, can we have a special round of applause for James, Hiba, and of course Ali for sharing some very, very important context, that some things that we do take here for granted because we are the majority here, and it's not a full experience of life until you've actually known how it feels like to be a minority, and then you truly, really, really do appreciate life. Hopefully, you all will be back very, very soon, and we're gonna let Miss Hiba prepare now, okay? So can we have a round of applause for our speakers? And can we have a round of applause for everybody? Tepuk tangan untuk semuanya. Terima kasih banyak sudah hadir hari ini. Jangan kemana-mana dulu karena masih ada satu cooking demonstration, dan jangan lupa untuk mengambil box yang sudah disediakan di sini on the way out, okay? So I'm Karina Surya, and it's been a pleasure to be here and moderate today's session, a very, very long and insightful session with everybody. And have a blessed rest of Ramadan, the last couple of days. Tetap semangat ya puasanya. Minggu depan udah libur. We have starting next week off because it's a long, long holiday here in Indonesia. So Ramadan Kareem, and thank you so much for today's session. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much everyone for joining our event today. We hope that everyone enjoyed and had a lot of fun on today's event. Thank you as well to Chef Vindex for the cooking demonstration, along with our speakers Ali Ghanim, James Chambers, and Hiba Batur, as well as our moderator, Karina, for the very interesting discussion. We would like to also say a very huge thank you to our partners, USDA, or United States Department of Agriculture, Beef by U.S. Meat Export and PT Subur Arta Utama, Cheese by U.S. Dairy Export Council and California Milk Advisory Board, Raisin by California Raisin Administrative Committee and Sun-Made Raisins, Medjool Dates by Bart Valley Natural Delights, Chickpeas by USA Pulses, Alaska Seafood by Alaska Seafood Marketing Institute, Chocolate Snacks and Beverages by Prima Sari Eterna, Beverage and Snacks by Pandu Rasa Karisma, American soy-based products from Indofood Sukses Makmur, FKS Multi Agro and Forum Komunikasi Bangsa, Iswa Halal, and American Halal Foundation. Thank you so much to our partners. We hope to see you soon on our future partnership and collaboration. And we would also like to inform everyone that after this event, we will be having another cooking demonstration by Ms. Hiba Batur, and also booths outside in our exhibition area. So feel free to explore our exhibition area by the end of this event. And lastly, for more updates and also information about Ad America, you can follow us on our social medias at AT America on Instagram, X, and also Facebook, and also visit our website at www.atamerica.or.id. Once again, thank you so much everyone for joining our event. My name is Ara, and I wish you a very happy iftar and a blessed Ramadan, and see you at the next Ad America event. Thank you everyone.